This is my Canik MC9 Prime, and in my personal opinion, this is gun of the year for 2025. Now, there has been a lot of really good guns released in the year of 2025, but in my personal opinion, this takes the cake. And I'm really saying that specifically because it's a great gun and because it's priced amazing. Now, obviously, if you take into consideration guns like the Shadow 2 Carry that's priced at like $1,300, $1,400. Obviously, we're talking a whole different tier of type of firearms, but just in general, for the average gun enthusiast, the Canik MC9 Prime is just unbeatable at its price point and even as a gun in general. Now, you guys know that I absolutely love the Prime, and you have seen numerous and countless videos of the Prime on the channel, so this doesn't come off as a surprise to anyone or even to myself. But to be unbiased and to be fair, the reasons why I think that this is gun of the year isn't just because it's a good looking gun or because it just functions flawlessly, but because of the changes that Canik made on this compared to the original release of the Canik MC9. Nowadays, with the whole craze of ports and comps, a lot of companies are releasing these new guns, right, that have a huge chunk cut out at the front by the barrel or on the barrel and the slide, and thus meaning obviously less recoil and flatter shooting, which is great. But that's all they really do or upgrade on that model. But what Canik did was something a little different. So they took their original MC9, which was honestly, in my opinion, it was a big flop. As much as I love Canik and as much as I love the MC9, the original one, the small one, it was a flop because it had issues. It had numerous issues, failures to feed, failures to return to battery, and the list goes on, right? However, Canik being an awesome brand and company, they do take care of their customers, especially given that they include a lifetime warranty on their firearms. But nobody likes to have problems. Anyway, they had that issue with the MC9. Then they released the MC9L and MC9LS, which made it a little bit bigger, a little bit better, giving you more capacity and a little bit longer of a sight radius on the LS. And that was a big hit. It seemed like Canik was heading in the right direction, competing with guns like the Hellcat Pro and the SIG X Macro. But then they released the Prime, and they completely redesigned this thing. And I mean, everything on this Prime is different than the MC9 and the MC9L or LS. I mean, they changed the slide serrations. They added a triport system, which some people are not a big fan of. A lot of people thought that maybe having the one chunk cut out up front would have been better. But I love that Canik tried to do something different or did do something different compared to what's the hype on the market right now. It's everyone's just putting a big chunk cut out there and calling it good. Canik tried to do something different, and I don't knock them for that. They gave us a triport system. They upgraded the slide serrations. They gave us different night sights, or actually added night sights. They gave us an awesome window cut here with Prime written on there. They gave us a fluted barrel on this one. They kept the optic cut system the same, but they included much better texture or stippling on this. And this by far to me has the best stippling out of any firearm that I have dealt with. The trigger was also replaced, so they removed like the hinge trigger or whatever, or that curved trigger, and gave us a rival style trigger, which is a aluminum flat face that breaks at 90-degree trigger. And they kept the same capacity as the LS. They also included a magwell, though you'll see a different magwell on mine, and a mag extension on this one. But needless to say, everything on this gun was completely redesigned. Even the undercuts on their trigger guard here, everything was just redesigned to make this really stand out. And the price point of 600 is just insane. So an awesome deal. And that's not even including that huge two-tier box they give you when you purchase this, right? So in my personal opinion, this is definitely gun of the year. Now, if you guys are curious about this magwell here and this mag extension, these are from Hurley Welding. Awesome dude, man. Thank you so much for sending this over. And just awesome magwell and extension here. So you guys can check that out. I'll leave his link in the description, but I mean, it just matches perfectly with this trigger here, and it just looks really good. I haven't had any issues. I've got probably around 400, 500 rounds with this mag. Haven't had not a single issue with it. Everything has been working flawlessly. This magwell is super nice. It's a lot bigger than the factory, so I do prefer that. And it just works awesome. I haven't had an issue with this. I probably have I don't even know how many rounds, close to 3,000. I don't know. I have a ton of rounds through this, maybe more, but not one issue. And it's just been solid, and I trust my life with this. And to me, all of the changes they made and keeping the price low to 600, which is normal on the market, but not normal to see all of this stuff and all the stuff they include in the box. So awesome job by Canik. And to me, this is gun of the year. I also did want to mention, not just to talk about the gun of the year, but also my favorite gun of 2025. Now, you might think, man, if this is gun of the year, how is it not your favorite? Well, let me show you guys what I have been really enjoying at the range lately. And that's going to be this. This is an M&P 2.0 metal, and this is a 3.6 compact version. This thing is a beast, but my wife liked this so much that I haven't really been enjoying it as much as I should. And she really, really enjoys this and likes this a ton. So this it stays in her safe, and she really enjoys this. But this has been my favorite, and I don't know if it's because it's my first metal frame gun, but this thing is incredible. If you guys have not had the chance or the pleasure to check this out or shoot with this, I really, really recommend it. This thing is absolutely awesome. I love the recoil on this. The size is just about perfect. Let me show you guys the difference here. So it's just a little bit thicker than the Prime. Lengthwise is about the same. And then here, obviously, we have an extended mag on the Prime. But I mean, you got 15 rounds on the Smith and 17 on the Prime. But just an awesome gun here, an awesome release by Smith and Wesson. And y'all know I used to be a big Smith and Wesson hater, but man, they have grown on me a lot. And I think that this one honestly probably has been their best release. Now, as you guys know, I'm kind of 50-50 with the ports and the comps, especially on a carry gun or home defense gun. And to me, this really makes up for that. Now, I do have a video where I talk about a metal frame versus ports or comps, which one is better, what are the pros and cons. So if you haven't checked that out, feel free to check that out. But this by far has been my favorite gun. However, I am more accurate with my Prime. I don't think there's another gun that I have that I'm more accurate with this, and it could be because I have so much practice with this one, and I really use this every time I go to the range. But man, I'm a dog with this one right here. I don't miss with the Prime, and I absolutely love this thing. So again, my build is with the EPS carry. This is the MRS. You can obviously get it with 6 MOA or other optic or reticle options out there, and color. You can do red or green. And then I have a TLR 7 sub on this one. I have the Hurley Welding Magwell Hurley Welding extension or mag extension, and that's about all I have. I didn't change any externals. I don't have anything else. This thing has just honestly been perfect. No need to upgrade anything on the gun itself, and all of the stuff that I have added on here I think are justifiable, and they're not really needs, they're more just wants. But yeah, an awesome looking gun, awesome shooting gun. I definitely recommend this to anybody who's out there looking for a larger CCW handgun. I do carry this in my 945 Industries bag with a Blacksmith tactical holster. If I'm going to be carrying on my body, I do have a Helica holster, Aaron Elite, that this matches perfectly with, and definitely just recommend carrying this to anybody who's out there looking for one. But that should wrap it up for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think is the gun of the year for 2025, and let me know what's your favorite gun if it's not the same gun as the gun of the year that you chose. Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button on the way out, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But if you already have, I appreciate you guys so much. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one.